In this video we are going to be looking at setting up the trigger boxes to switch between levels. So in the game we've got, I'm just going to open up my level 1. You're going to want a couple of levels so you can switch between them. So I'm just going to delete this a second. And okay, so when I play my level, I already have a trigger box set up just ahead. So on top of these wooden planks, these wooden logs, sorry, there is a trigger box that will switch to level 2. So when I jump on this, it switches me straight across. So what you're going to need is at least two levels so you can switch between them. So these should be different, so you know what you're working from. And then what we're going to do is going to add a trigger box. So I'm just going to add this one, instead of it being on the logs, I'm just going to add one just here in front of this fence. So to find a trigger box, you search on the left under the place actors, just trigger, and find a box trigger. There's different ones, but a box trigger will do. And then you just drag that in. And then in your details on the right here, you might want to name it, but I'm going to set mine up so it's at 0 on Y, so it's actually on the front. I'm going to pull this up and scale it up a bit so it's a bit bigger, like so. So I know here, just before the fence, there is a trigger box that I'm going to use to switch levels. So once you've got this trigger box in, you can right click on it and go down to here where it says level blueprint events, and you can add an event. So here you have a choice of what you want to start depending on what you're going to use it for, but we're going to use it for the on actor begin overlap. So when the actor overlaps with the box, so when the character you're playing as overlaps the box, it will trigger an event. So if I click on this, it will bring up a blueprint screen, and I'm not sure why that's not working, but we are going to use this same system here. So we've got our trigger box here. Just delete that. There we go, that's why. So we're going to, like the trigger box we already have that's working, we're going to use this one we just made to open up the level 2, and that's about it. So we're just going to pull from here, sound 2D. You've got a bunch of different sound things here. You can play sound at location, things like that. And then connect this up to the delay. And then in here, we're just going to search for the sound. If you click this drop down, you can change the volume and stuff like that. And then just compile and save. So now, when I go in and play the game, I can move about. And then if I hit the attack button, it does make that sound effect when I attack. So this could be used in many ways. You could have a sound for the attack, the jump, dialogue, I guess. If there's some dialogue in your game, you might want some similish sort of sounding noise, so it sounds like they're chattering. Explosions, anything like that. It depends what your game has in it. You can use the sound effects. That's all for this video.